Hello friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Katerina and this is a short 20 minutes routine designed to help us release what I like to call the issues in our tissues. Often we hold on to stress in our shoulders and hips, and through this practice we'll work on letting that go. Let's begin today's practice in our knees. Come down onto all fours, and from here we'll move straight into Anahatasana, melting heart pose. Walk your fingers forward and turn them lightly on the mat. Start to send your chest down toward the floor. Feel your torso, creating a gently ski slope shape, with the seat bones being the peak of the slope. As you press your chest down, gaze softly toward your hands and imagine the seat bones fanning wide. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, allow your tightness in the lat muscles and pecs to melt away. Really open through the upper body, letting the chest surrender toward the earth. Now spread the fingertips wide, grounding them into the mat. Transition slowly into a downward dog variation, maintaining that openness through the chest. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, and let the heels lower off the ground. Keep the focus on creating space in the chest. It's like a mix between Adho Mukha Svanasana and gently back bend. Use your fingertips to press into the mat and imagine energy flowing outward toward the seat bones. On your next inhale, lift your right leg straight up toward the sky, keeping the chest pressing downward. Spread your toes, grab the hips, and then step the right foot to the outside of your right hand for a wide-legged lunge. Take a moment to rock gently side to side, softening through the hips. And now for a side bend. Walk your hands over to the left side of the mat. And as you exhale, let the right hip drop down, feeling a deep stretch in the outer hip. Even though your hands are reaching left, press your hips slightly to the right, creating a counterbalance. Use your breath to deepen the stretch. Press the left foot down firmly and feel the right armpit reaching toward the top right corner of the mat. Frame your front foot with your hands and step back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. And now lift your left leg upward toward the sky, breathing long, deep, and fluidly. And then step your left foot forward to the outside of your left hand. Keep your back right leg strong and stable. Take a moment to gently rock side to side, saying hello to the hips. Relax your throat and breathe naturally. Slowly walk your hands over to the right, like Spider-Man climbing a wall. Imagine your hands not just on the floor but pressing into an imaginary surface in front of you. Shift your hips to the left, letting your left hip sink down. At the same time, engage your right glute slightly to lift your right hip up. And now, step back into Adho Mukha Svanasana, finding a more neutral, relaxed version of the pose. Lift your right leg high to the sky, open through the toes, and step your right foot forward between your hands. Turn your left heel down and rise into Virabhadrasana 1. Arms extended high toward the sky as you inhale. Straighten the right leg and fold forward gently. As you exhale, lower down into Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, roll forward Ardha Mukha Svanasana and glide back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Let's flow. Lift your left leg high as you breathe in. Step your left foot forward as you breathe out. Inhale, rise into Virabhadrasana 1. As you exhale, straighten the left leg and fall forward. Inhale, step back into high plank, lower down chaturanga. Inhale, flow into upward facing dog, and exhale, glide back, downward facing dog. One more round. Right leg lifts, energize through the toes. Step your right foot forward, grounding the left heel for warrior one. Arms rise. Exhale, straighten the leg and fold. Step back into high plank, lower into chaturanga. Inhale into upward facing dog. Open and expand. Exhale, flow back to downward facing dog. Left leg lifts high. Step it forward, breathing out. Rise into warrior one. Straighten the left leg and fold, release. Step back into high plank, lower into chaturanga. Inhale into upward facing dog. Breathing deeply. And then exhale, downward facing dog. For the next flow, lift your right leg high for breath. And then step your right foot forward into high lunge. Stay on the ball of your foot back. Rise up, extending both arms overhead. On your exhale, reach your right hand back toward your left thigh as you rotate your rib cage toward the left. Straight your left arm up high like a statue of liberty. Inhale, breathe both arms back up. Straighten your right leg and fall forward into Parshvatanasana, pyramid pose. Bring your left heel down, grounding into the mat. Interlace your fingers behind your back and straighten your arms. Lift them gently overhead as you fold. Feel the opening through the chest and shoulders. Broaden the clavicles and breathe deeply into this expansive stretch. Stay present. Release, and from here rise back up into warrior one, Virabhadrasana 1. Bending your right leg and reaching your arms toward the sky. Now we're gonna transition into eagle pose, Garudasana. Shift all of the weight into your right foot. Lift your left leg and wrap it around your right. Tucking the left toes behind the right calf if possible. And bring your right arm under your left. Press the palms together. Feel the stretch through the shoulders and hips, keeping the front of the chest broad and open. And next, unfold into warrior 3. Extend your torso and transition smoothly by stepping your left foot back into high lunge. Both arms reach upward as you stabilize your stance. This high lunge at the side bend, place your right hand on your right thigh and reach your left arm over to the right, stretching the left side body. If it feels good for your lower back, you can slide your right hand further down, but stay mindful. Only go as deep as feels safe and supportive. Breathe deeply, one more long breath in and exhale. Bring your hands back to the mat and step into downward facing dog, lifting your hips high. Now lift your left leg upward to the sky and step it forward into lunge. Rise into high lunge, keeping your hips square to the front. Resist the neutral tendency for your right hip to rotate outward. Press it forward in stand. Reach your right arm upward while your left hand can either rest on your left thigh or reach behind you to touch your right thigh. If your spine feels supported, add a gentle back bend, elongation through the lower back without crunching or compression. Breathe deeply into the stretch. Return both arms overhead and transition into pyramid pose, Parshvatanasana. Straighten your left leg as you fall forward, placing your hands on the floor. Bringing your right heel down. Interlace your fingers behind your back and stretch your arms upward, broaden through the chest and shoulders. As you lift your hands, focus on lengthening the thumbs away from the shoulders rather than squeezing the shoulder blades together. Beautiful. Very good. And then bend your left knee and rise back up into Warrior One. Now move into eagle pose on the opposite side. Shift your all weight into your left foot. Lift your right leg and wrap it around your left, tucking the toes behind your calf. Bringing your left arm under your right, pressing the palms together. Open the back of the shoulders while keeping the chest broad and expansive. Stay for a couple of breaths, focusing on a balance. Unfold gracefully into Warrior Three. With your torso parallel to the floor. From here, step your right foot back into high lunge, extending both arms overhead. Once again, at the side bend, place your left hand on your left thigh and stretch your right arm over to the left. Explore the pose like trying on different shoe size. Find the depth that feels just right for your body. If you want to go deeper, slide your left hand lower, but stay mindful of your limits. Take another deep inhale, exhale. Finally, place your hands on the floor, step back, downward dog. From your current position, gently come or hop to top of your mat into standing forward fold Uttanasana. Let your upper body hang heavy and exhale audibly through an open mouth. Interlace your fingers behind your back and stretch your arms away from your shoulders to open the chest. As you breathe in, feel the subtle expansive in your shoulders and upper arm bones moving outward. Exhale and consciously let go of any tension in the space between your shoulders and earth. Slowly bend your knees and come into a deep squat, lowering all the way down into the floor for seated pose. Ardha Matsyendrasana, half lord of the fishes pose. Bend your left leg and step your right leg over it. Inhale, lift your left arm high to the sky. As you exhale, bring your left elbow around your right knee or cradle it with your forearm if that's more comfortable. To deepen the pose, lift your right hip for a moment and adjust your sit bones. Pull your right sit bone back and slightly out. Close your eyes and tune into the sensation in your body. Imagine your brain resting in a hammock, soft and ease. Inhale deeply, and as you exhale, feel your body settle into the pose. Breathe into the tension and let it dissolve. After a few breaths, you can gently return to neutral seated position. Gomukhasana, cow-face pose. Stack your right knee over your left. If this feels tight, you can use your hand to support the left knee. Keep your right foot active by pressing through the little toe and big toe mount. Don't let it go limp. Inhale, lengthen your spine, lift your left elbow to press the right knee across the midline, keeping your sit bones grounded. Use your breath to explore the sensation in your outer right hip. With every exhalation, feel the spine grow longer and the hip tension soften. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, return to center and bringing your feet out in front of you, hands placed behind your hips with the fingers pointing forward or slightly back. Lift your hips toward the sky, stretching the front body and shoulders. Ardha Parvatanasana, reverse table pose. Allow your head to relax back if it feels comfortable. Take 2 deep breaths, broaden through the chest, and slowly lower your hips back to the ground. Switch sides and repeat Ardha Machandrasana and Hamukasana with the left leg over the right. As you enter Ardha Machandrasana, focus on pressing the top knee across the midline and rolling the left thigh inward. Visualize a stretch that begins at your left knee and extends diagonally through your left shoulder. Use your breath to massage into the left hip, expanding on the inhalation and softening on the exhalation. Real magic is how grounding this pose feels. Sitting there, one knee crossed over, one hand behind you, it's like your body is saying, look, I'm rooted in the present, but I'm also picking back and learn from my past. It's philosophy, real. But the pose doesn't care how far you go, it just wants you to meet yourself where you are. Lean into that gently lowering energy. Gently go back to center with a smile. And when you transition into Hamukasana on this side, ensure your left foot remains active, pressing firmly through the toes. Lift your left hip slightly, pulling it back to deepen the stretch in your left outer hip. Breathe deeply, finding calm and letting tension melt away. And now let's bring the left arm up, reaching high, feeling the beautiful length from your hip to your fingertips. And then, as if your body instinctively knows where to go, guide your left arm across, tucking your elbow around your right knee. Maybe the hand finds the floor, maybe it doesn't. There's no rush. Feel this twist. Not as something you force, but as something you invite. Let your left ribs spiral toward the sky, opening, softening. Imagine the inhale traveling into every small pocket of tension, spreading lightness through your side body. On the exhale, feel the grounding, the deepening, the surrender to the twist. Stay here, close your eyes. Gradually return to a comfortable cross-legged seated position. Let's close our practice with a mindful meditation. You can close your eyes, bring your intention to your internal exit, the vertical column of light within. Feel this column entering you, bringing a sense of balance and connection. Inhale deeply, expanding in all directions, left, right, up, and down. Exhale completely, releasing stress and tightness. Allow the breath to guide you toward a peaceful center. Reflect on the idea that yoga and meditation are tools to self-regulate, bringing you back to calm amidst the chaos of daily life. With each exhale, let go of the small stresses and reel in with your inner peace. And as you sit here in stillness, notice the gentle rhythm of your breath. Feel its wisdom, its constancy, as if it whispers, everything you need is already within you. With each inhale, invite the energy of new beginnings. Imagine it a soft golden light entering through your crown, filling you with clarity, purpose, and hope. With each exhale, let go of the heaviness of the past year. Release doubt, fear, and anything that no longer serves the radiant being you are becoming. Now silently repeat to yourself, I'm ready to step into the new year with an open heart and a clear mind. Now you can gently release the pose and come to lie down on your mat for Shavasana. Let your body find its place of stillness, fully supported by the earth beneath you. Feet fall naturally to the sides, arms rest slightly away from the body, palms facing up. Close your eyes. As you settle into this stillness, feel the gentle rise and fall of your breath. This is your anchor, your connection to the present, to the now. And now let us continue. As you rest here, let these words flow through you like a gentle stream. I'm grounded yet limitless. My future unfolds with ease, guided by my highest self. Every moment brings me closer to my dreams. Visualize the year ahead as a blank canvas, shimmering with the possibility. Each breath you take is a brushstroke of love, intention, and purpose. Imagine yourself walking this path of the new year, steady and clear. You are rooted in the present yet open to the vastness of what is to come. Allow this vision to settle deep within you. Trust that the seeds you are planting now will grow and flourish in the perfect time. Stay here for as long as you need, resting in this space of trust and potential. When you're ready to rise, you will rise with clarity, strength, and a heart full of hope. Now the gentleness of a whisper. Begin to guide yourself back to the surface. First, deepen your breath, feel the air filling your lungs like a wave of renewal. Let it awaken you softly without hurry. Begin to invite small movements into your body. Wiggle your fingers, your toes, maybe rotate your wrists and ankles. When you're ready, bend your knees and gently roll to your right or left side, resting there for a moment in fetal posture, the shape of beginnings. I want to take a moment to express my deep gratitude to each of you. Thank you for being here, for being part of this journey. As we welcome the new year, I wish you all happiness, health, and endless moments of peace. I'm so glad we are sharing this path together. Please subscribe and stay with me because just as much as you need me, I need you. Namaste.